was up on stage doing it, I'd leave there, and as excited as I was, it pissed me off. Because I can only get so excited about someone else's success. My downline different, but cross line, they bothered me. I was competitive, okay? I'm sorry. But I remember sitting there going, yeah, I'm really happy that Robert Hutton is the new... Sitting there going, yeah, I'm really happy that Robert Hutton is the new millionaire in Beachbody. Good for you, Robert. Flying around in Carl's jet. Really nice for you, bro. I mean, it's like... But I watch it and finally I go, you know, why not me? You know, when I grew up as a kid, you know what I said all the time? Why me? Why me? Why did I have such an abuse? Dads. Why did my dad leave me at 7? Why did my mom drink every day? You know, why was I obese? Why problem? Why this? Why this? Why me? Why me? You know what changed my life? When I added one word. Why not? Why not me? Because I saw people's lives and I said, that's me. I was made to do that. Why not me? One word. One word changes your life. One word. I saw an interview not too long ago on TV. Maybe some of you saw it. I was in a 20 or 48 hours or something, but it was an interview about these twin brothers that were raised in the same home by the same parents. And one was a multi-millionaire, incredibly successful, changed lives, involved in a lot of nonprofits, just an incredible life that he lived. And his brother was on death row in prison, twin brother. Same household, brought up the same thing. They asked the millionaire, how'd you become that successful? He goes, man, my mom was a drug addict, my dad was a drug addict, my dad abused us. He goes, I was on drugs as a young kid. He just told the sadness of his life, and he said, what choice did I have? They went to the guy in prison, you know what he said? Exactly the same thing. My mom was a drug addict, my dad was a drug addict, my mom was a prostitute, I was on drugs as a kid. What choice did I have? He's on death row. Same exact, twin brothers. So powerful. I'm going, dude. Whew. So are we taking our lives and where we've been and using it as a reason not to go anywhere? Or are we using it as a reason to go somewhere? My brothers I still sit around and talk with them. They still kind of use my mom and our past as a reason why none of them really did much. You know, to me, I don't fight it or argue it. But I know it. Same mom, you guys, same life. But you know what? I knew I had to do something because of that. Because see, when you've been through crap in your life, when you take it and you make something good of it, it blesses other people's lives because it gives them hope. If you've been through crap in your life, whether it was a kid growing up and you never change it, it always looks like it was destructive and ruined your life. And it will always seem that way until you have victory over it by deciding that I'm going to use that very thing to go out and share my story and change others' lives by blessing their life. So you either spend the rest of your life with it as darkness, or you'll make it light. And you'll use it to change the lives of other people. And that's what you all have the opportunity to do. I don't care what your background's been. So learn to say no. Educate. This is basically the thing. I mean, a lot of the stuff we talked about today is, I talk about reading books and personal growth. The biggest thing from you in building a big business is you. I had a guy the other day, he said, what's going to be my biggest challenge building this business? I said, you. You. What's going to be the toughest thing in Beachbody? You. You're going to have to get over you. And a lot of us have a ways to go. Because like I said, we do carry the past forward. We do wear our past that wasn't too good as a crown of why we stay where we are. We can stay where we are if we use it as an excuse because now we wear it as a crown. Well, of course I'm here because look at what I've been through. Look what I haven't had. Haven't really had a shot. Haven't really had an opportunity. Okay, well that's over. Somebody's just giving you a gift. This business, every time you share it with someone, it's giving them a gift. It's like, Nastasha, here's a gift. Now, anybody that's ever gotten a gift is not a gift until you take it, right? You want to give somebody a gift and they just sit and go like this, they ain't taking it. So I'll give it to somebody else. Somebody's going to take it. And what's the gift you've given them? Opportunity to change and grow and to live life and to take that DNA that they've always had, that someday, some way I'm going to do something great in my life, and you've just put it all in a box and handed it to them. I never worried about those that didn't reach out and take it because I knew that it didn't take many to do it. You know, I use the example of, I used to give it all my leaders, I gave them a little vial, this big, a little vial that had 8 apple seeds in it. And they used to hang it on the rearview mirror of their car when they drive all over the country building their Amway business. And the significance of it was there's 8 to 10 seeds in an apple. But you know there's millions of apples that come out of every one of those seeds? Because from the seed grows a tree. From the tree grows more apples. More apples grow more seeds. Millions. So that was their visual for their business. You know, 8 apple seeds. When I built my business to 25, 30,000 distributors, I had about 8 to 10 coaches that were crushing it. That was all. I didn't have thousands of people doing it. I had 8 to 10 that got it, that built a huge business. Those were my 8 to 10 seeds. And from those came numbers that were enormous that ended up in the thousands and thousands and thousands. You know, so for all of us, you know, we need to understand that process, but you got to grow. You got to be that apple seed. You know, think of that hanging from your mirror every day looking at it saying, I just got to find 8 to 10, to 12. If I got 12, I got a multi-million-dollar business. 12, they get it like you do. So educate. Stand for something. Are you making your mark? Are you making your mark? I'm kind of rolled this in today, but what are you doing? Is there some significance in your life that's making a difference? You got to stand for something. What is it? If you wrote your epitaph right now, if somebody said, I want you to write what you would want me to read at your funeral about your life. What would it say? What would it say? What would be the most important thing about your life that you would want said? And what would be the most important thing about your life that you want to live? So that if I stood up there and said, I'm going to read Kevin's epitaph, and I read about this man's life, what he did, who he affected, the difference he made. See, to me, there's no money there. We're not dragging the armored truck behind us when the hearse comes. You know, you've never seen a hearse driving with an armored truck behind it. Ain't nothing going. But think about that. If you were going to write right now, what's your life about? Thank God you're still breathing, then go live it. Live it now. I had a dream once that I died and went to heaven, and I don't think it was heaven because it was what happened there, but it was like I looked and they showed 2 videos. One was the life I lived, and one was the life I could have lived. I'll never forget waking up like a nightmare out of that thing going, wow. Because I know the life I could have lived, And if this is the life I lived, I cut myself short of everybody else too. So we need to think about, what's that life you could live if you got all the fear out of your life? If you knew you couldn't fail, how big would you dream? If you knew you couldn't fail, impossible to fail, how big would your dream be then? It's like I say, Todd, if you knew right now the next 30 people you showed your business to would get in, how fast would you go show them? He'd be in the ACN convention, running up and down that I don't know, something with a sandwich board on or something. With his shirt off, flexing, going up and down. No, but seriously, if you know you couldn't fail, how big would you dream? Then don't. That's like, then don't fail. You don't have to. You don't have to. But the dream's got to drive us, right? It's got to be strong enough. It's got to be something we'll stand for. Those of you who've heard me speak before, I share the story, and I think it's on one of my CDs, but I talk about this because I think it's so strong as an example of the dream, or the why, or the reason. Okay? How many of you have kids in here? All right, I want you to imagine this. You've been at work all day, you come home from work at night, and you come in, you turn the corner, there's fire trucks and your house is on fire. Burning down, and there's flames coming out everywhere. And you go running up, man or woman, you go running up to the thing, you fit the fire department. Are my kids out? You got 3 kids or whatever. Are they out? Yeah, everybody's fine, everybody's fine. Okay, you're sitting next to your wife, you're depressed, things are burning up, you're losing pictures, all this stuff, and you're sitting there, and you know these firemen are holding you back. You ain't going in for the couch. You're not going in to get the pictures. You're not going in to save anything in that house. There's no reason to. All right, change the scenario 1 point. One of your kids is inside the house. You going in? Hell yes. And no fireman's going to stop me. No policeman's going to stop me. I'm going in to get my kid. If it's my life, I don't care. Your dream's got to be the kid in the fire. Otherwise, it ain't important enough. It's just doing okay. It can't be the piece of furniture. It can't be the kids' beds. It can't be the photographs. It's got to be your kid in the fire. That's what the drive has to be. That's the intensity of what we've got to want in our lives. Whatever that is for you. Whatever that is. And for us, it's pretty common. It's about what you did for them. What you meant to them. That's what we do in our business, you guys. You know, leaders in this room, they get letters from people, thank you. If it wasn't for you, I don't know what I'd be doing right now. You've made the difference in my life. You know, that's what you're doing. You know, you're showing up. You're showing up. Just show up in somebody's life. That's what prospecting is. That's what exposures are. Show up. Because somebody out there needs you to show up right now. So be a person that shows up. Every day in someone's life. Show up every day in somebody's life that you've never known before, and your business will blow up. Just show up and be there. Ask them a question. How you doing? How you really doing? Anybody ever ask you that? They go, how you doing? What's our answer? Okay, I'm doing okay. Which is a bullcrap answer. We all give it. Okay, I'm doing okay. No, hold on. How you really doing? And then they look at these eyes like, you serious? Like, you really want to know this? Yeah. How you really doing? How you doing? Not too good. Why? Because of this, and this. You want to change it? If I can help you. I'd love to help you. And at that point, I'm not going to say, get on P90X. Right? I'm not going to give them all the strategies of Shalenic strip. I'm not going to talk about Shakeology at that point. What am I going to talk about? Them? What do you want? Listen to their story before you tell them yours. It's a powerful part of this business. We want to spew all over people. We just want to tell them everything we know. Until you know them, they don't care what you know. And you know how they let you in to let you know? They tell you about it. Because you asked them, how are you? How's things going? How's things going really? Men aren't good at this. Men are much more, we don't let anybody in. We're just like, we got doors shut, and for the most part, you ain't getting in. See, men are like, men's minds, we work differently. Our minds work like a waffle. Each one has a little compartment. No, seriously, this is how we live. We have this little compartment, right? Women, their minds are more like spaghetti. It's all tied together. And it goes like this. And if you don't think I'm right, then let me ask you a question, man. How come, if you don't take out the trash in the morning, it has anything to do with your intimacy at night? Help me explain that, man. Okay, to me, here's a box. Intimacy box, chore box. Separate boxes, right? I get it. I do the chores. That's the chores. Okay, now here's my box of intimacy. But the women, because it's spaghetti all tied together, the trash in the morning has a lot to do with the night. Okay, I don't understand, right? But that's just, we're really different, you guys. Every woman's going, that's right, you do honeydews and everything are honey. You know, come on, I get it, right? You don't know what I'm talking about in so many situations. Like, yes, I'm watching sports. That's a box. But honey, don't you want to do this? That's a different box. Okay, when I'm watching sports and drinking a beer, that's that box. But honey, I want to spend time and talk with you. A different box. But women are like, let's talk at halftime. You know what I'm saying? Let's just communicate, honey. So anyway, I'm saying that because we're different. So you got to get past it. You got to ask guys, what do you want? You got to work to get through to some guys. Women are amazing. The other night, it was like, I got home late. I flew home. I got home late. I had to buy some groceries. Went to the produce department. These two women are talking in the produce department. I see them. They're like kind of different. They're not together, but they're all of a sudden they kind of, next thing you know, they're looking at carrots together or something. I'm kind of listening in. I'm listening in, going, this is interesting. I mean, it's 12 o'clock at night. These women kind of, all of a sudden they're cart mates, and they start talking. Within 5 minutes, this girl was sharing her entire gynecological problems with a stranger. I'm serious. And the things I'm hearing, I go, I was so blown away. I went over and I said, excuse me, I just got to ask you this. Are you guys friends? And she goes, no, we just met. And I'm thinking, oh my God. Guys don't share prostate inspections with each other. I ain't going to run in at the produce and see Bart and say, hey, how's your prostate? You get a little I mean, right. We're not just opening up to this, but women are amazing. And that's why this business is so simple for them, because they can meet anybody and they'll talk to people. And when you say, how you doing, they'll really tell you. Right? But guys are different. You got to chip away a little bit. You got to get through some of that, because we're not real trusting. And a lot of it is we don't even deal with the things ourselves, so we don't know what to tell you because we're not dealing with our own problems. Right? That's kind of how us dudes are, because they're all in boxes. This problem belongs over there. My past is here. But I'm okay over here, right? And so, you know what? When we talk about working with people, and we talk about, spending time with them and getting to, to work out with them and get to know them and spend time. That's what our business is about. That's how you prospect your best to your life and to your business. Not the Beachbody. It's your business. It's your life. That's what you're giving to. So how much have you been given of you? And what level is it at? Are you ratcheting your benchmark up? Are you deciding to live life here instead of here? And this business giving you all the opportunity to do that to whatever level you want in the next 24 months? You're sitting here today. I don't care if you've been in the business one day or been in this business 2 years. Every one of you are sitting right now within